What's up guys, Adam Retro Moments here, and we are back with retro game hunting at Lucky Cat Treasure Shop one more time. Yes, and this one seems way bigger. It has a fantastic atmosphere in there, so I'm really looking forward going in there. Yeah, let's go. Alright guys, it's time. So the thing is, it seems like a lot of people don't know about this shop. You always see hard off and book off. That's what people usually go to. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things going on in this shop. It's almost too much stuff everywhere, you know. Here we got some games already, but pretty much everything starts on the stairs up here. So let's get to it. And already here you can tell that the atmosphere of the shop is gonna be pretty awesome. It's just posters and signs and all kinds of things everywhere. And here's some commercial going on. But yeah, everything's just popping right into your face, which is really cool. Yeah, so we got the counter right in front of us, but if we turn to the right here, all the games starts. And here's a commercial for a Japanese game on the PS4. And after that we're coming to some Switch stuff and more PS4. But let's not skip this part. If you saw my previous video with the Lucky Cat Treasure Shop, the smaller one that I went to, you noticed that there was some machines where you could win stuff. And of course this one got that as well. So here's some stuff that you could win. Figures, games, yeah, you name it. And all you have to do is try your luck here for about 100 yen per try. And then of course we got the trading cards, which is a big hobby among Japanese people. But right here, my friends, is the retro area, so let's go. Right, so let's take a look at the glass shelf. What catches my interest at first is the free Neo Geo games. We got Samurai Showdown 1 for 34 bucks, Fatal Fury Special 29 bucks, and 24 bucks for Art of Fighting 2. Definitely good prices on all of them. And then we got some transparent Game Boy colors for around 29 bucks. And also a PC Engine Core Graphics 2 with the AV out. Only 69 bucks. Going further here, we got some PS1 games, Sega Saturn, Game Boy games. Definitely a lot of quality titles here. At far left we got a great PlayStation game called In the Hunt. A great underwater shoot 'em up game. Graphics kind of reminds me of Metal Slug, so I definitely felt right at home when I was playing that. But let's keep moving on here. I see a complete Super Metroid for 39 bucks. It's definitely a great price. We also got Lion King for the same price. And Sailor Moon R, 24 bucks there. It's the beat 'em up game with Sailor Moon. And I got Black Throne right in front of me, 120 bucks. Pretty uncommon actually. And also we got Mizuho laying there, one of the most rare games for Super Famicom. But unfortunately that was a reproduction. Game Boy, I'm looking for Game Boy here. Here we got more Game Boy, the Rockman games. Of course they're a little more pricey than the regular titles. They hold up very well today. And we get to some Famicom here as well. And there at far left we got the first Bomberman for the Famicom. Funny how the artwork was completely different back then. And now there's some N64 games and Star Fox Assault there in the corner for GameCube. And we also got probably the best game for Virtual Boy, no doubt, Wario Land. And 2 copies of DK64 in there for 34 bucks. Not sure why they are priced like that. I guess they could be in minty conditions. And wow, look at that. Rockman for the Neo Geo Pocket. Had no idea that it even existed for the system. And it's $190, so I guess it's pretty rare. And a complete Neo Geo Pocket Color for 79 bucks. And look at this. I think it's the first time I'm seeing an original Xbox in a Japanese store. So that was the showcase. And now we're coming to the first wall with Famicom and Game Boy games. So let's shift through some games here. And here we got a baseball game, it looks like. Maybe not the most fun to play today, but look at that price. It's 10 yen. I think that's the first time I'm seeing a game that cheap. And here we got Kero Kero Keroppi, a platformer, 3 bucks. And yeah, I'm just randomly picking games here because going through all of this would take ages. And the video would be too long and most of you wouldn't watch it until the end, I guess. But tell me in the comments, do you like longer videos or shorter videos? Here we got something interesting. Hidlide for the Famicom in a nice Namcut box. Pretty cool artwork, never played this game, but I guess it's some kind of RPG game. But let's dig into some Game Boy. See if we can find something good. We definitely do when we pick up Zelda, the first of everything. Oracle of Seasons for 17 bucks. And is there anything more interesting here? Mario Picross. Not sure what that is. We got Pokemon Sapphire for 12 bucks. That's definitely a good price. And what do we got in this bin? Final Fantasy on the Game Boy, alright. DK, King of the Swing. Maybe not the best DK game, but really cool artwork on that one. And it can be purchased for $12. And here we got Mario Party Advance. If anyone has played this game, please comment down below. I doubt this is fun when you're playing it alone on the Game Boy. But who knows, I could be wrong. 7 bucks for that complete. Really cool artwork. And here we got Muscle Ranking. If I remember correctly, this is some kind of Olympics game. So kind of like track and field, but in a very Japanese way. 4 bucks for that. And now I'm at the last bin for the complete Game Boy Advance games here. Even though I jumped a few bins that didn't look that interesting. And the last game here is interesting. It's the Japanese version of WarioWare. So if you don't know WarioWare, it's a bunch of mini games in a really wacky way. Cool big box on that. But I just realized that there was complete Famicom games here in the beginning. Not that many actually, so we could just take a look before we head to the next. And here's one of the most classic games ever made. Mario Bros 3 for the Famicom, 19 bucks. Really good condition actually. What else is here? Dragon Ball, of course. And Yoshi's Cookie always shows up in every store I go to. And what is this? Probably not a very good game, but cool artwork nevertheless. But alright, let's head further. We got all the consoles at the top, so let's go through that. Retro Freak, a third-party console, which plays Famicom, NES, Super Famicom and Sega Mega Drive. And I think it actually has HDMI out. We got PlayStation Mini here. And of course the Super Famicom Mini, 59 bucks. It's a decent price. almost better than a decent price. They're getting very pricey in Europe right now at least. And here's some kind of Famicom compilation. Really cool box art on that. And look at this, a boxed Sega Saturn in perfect condition. Looks to be at least 59 bucks, man, that's crazy. And even more crazy, Neo Geo AES for around $300. Man, that's incredible. I'm pretty sure that they go loose for even more than that. And look at the box. It looks to be in great shape. Wow, that's just insane. I feel almost certain now that this is my favorite store that I've been to in Japan. And we're not even halfway through everything. And here's a loose AV Famicom for 98 bucks, but with all the cables and a controller, of course. And here we got a Super Famicom in good shape, 34 bucks. And then the boxed one is 34 bucks as well. So just buy that one instead then. But I think something is missing in there. There's a little note on it. And a Famicom at the end. Bowser is standing here guarding all the games. And now we're basically coming to the showcase number 2, which has Famicom and Super Famicom cartridges. So these are the titles that are more desirable for people or more expensive. I'm sure you can see that already. Got Salamander there in the background for 23 bucks. Kunio-kun games, Paperboy. Wait, Paperboy? Well, that's funny because it's a very cheap game in both US and Europe. Anyway, we got Gunnack back there. Great shoot 'em up for 44 bucks. And there's a Super C behind there for 44 bucks. Totally sick cover art on that. Yeah, and let's take a swipe back so you guys are not missing anything here, since the most interesting games are here. DuckTales 2, I saw that in my last Hard Off video. No biggie. So let's get to some Super Famicom, and there's one N64 game here, Neon Genesis Evangelion, 24 bucks. Anyway, some great Super Famicom games here. Phalanx, 39 bucks. Great shooter. Flashback, it's a classic. And Hagane for 59 bucks behind there. Amazing game and hard to get, but even harder to get in the US. And here's one of my favorite Super Famicom games or SNES games, Ninja Warriors, 79 bucks, not a bad price. And more heavy titles, Demon's Blason or Demon's Crest for 49 bucks. Final Fight 3 or Final Fight Tough, as it's called in Japan, $99 for that. And behind there we got Knights of the Round and Paradius, all good games as well. And Turtles in Time for 29 bucks. Definitely a fair price. You don't even want to know what it's going for in Akihabara in Super Potato. And even more Super Famicom games that they had to put sideways because they have too many good games apparently. And here we got a good one, R-Type 3, 59 bucks. One of the best shooters on the Super Famicom or SNES. Definitely. Sailor Moon and Double Dragon there as well. And that's it for that showcase. So let's continue on with the hardware stuff up here. First off, the CD add-on for the TurboGrafx or a PC Engine called Super CD-ROM 2. I think it's the very first time I'm seeing this. 170 bucks for that. We got a complete PlayStation 1 and the Dreamcast. And where's the price tag on this? 39 bucks. Man, that's crazy. Definitely worth it. And we got some Dance Dance Revolution accessory for the Nintendo 64. Never seen this one boxed as well. And here's a Retron 5, which plays everything from Super Famicom to Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and all kinds of retro systems with the HDMI output. And here we got a beautifully boxed N64. Let's fix the price tag there. It's 39 bucks. Definitely a good price. And then we got some loose ones for a bit cheaper, of course. And then some more Super Famicom and a loose Dreamcast there as well. And another Dreamcast boxed for 39 bucks as well. and it's the edition with Yukawa, the director of SEGA. That was a funny idea that they put him there. And now there's a bunch of loose consoles here in the end. It's pretty much the, yeah, maybe you can see that. It's pretty much the junk section, the untested stuff. So you can get a GameCube for $2, or why not a Sega Saturn for $9. And let's see here, we got a GameCube with the Game Boy player even. The silver edition looks pretty sleek, and you can get it for $5. Yes, that's real, $5. But there are some notes here, so there's probably less of a chance that they're working. But this Super Famicom, for example, doesn't have any notes, and you can get it for $1. Isn't that pretty awesome? I mean, it's definitely worth taking a shot. And here's some PS2s ranging from $6 to $29, and a Wii for $5. Some N64s here, $7, and PS1 for $1. So I mean, sometimes there could be an easy fix for all of this if it's not working properly. So the next section of the store, here you can try the Retro Freak console actually. And as you can see, it's using HDMI output on a newer flat screen, and it looks pretty good actually. Got Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse there. And take a look at this. We got all the Super Famicom games that they have in the shop, and also some N64 there on the right side. So this is mostly gonna be regular titles. So let's dig in. We got the Super Metroid here, a little yellowed, but $14 for that. And it actually has English text in the game too. Magical Quest 2, $7. And yeah, a lot of Japanese titles, of course. What else? Donkey Kong Country 1 for $4. Here's an interesting title, Yu Yu Hakusho, a fighting game from Namco, based on an anime and manga. And here we have Mega Man Soccer. Never played this actually, $7. I do like Mega Man and I do like soccer, so maybe I should give it a go. Not expecting much from it though. Wonder Project, the first one. There was also a Wonder Project released for the N64. And about N64, now we're coming to the cartridges for that. So let's see if we can find any good titles here. DK64, F-Zero X, $7. Here we got Gasp, or GASP. One of the few one-on-one fighting games for the system actually. And I would say that it's pretty average, $9 for it. And here's one of the Goemon games, $12 for that. And here's a Pokemon Snap in a very cool package actually. Looks almost like an accessory or something. Alright, but let's go back to the left side here again and look at some boxed games. We got a Mario Kart laying around here, and Kirby, Mario World. But let's see if we can find something more unique and not the titles that everyone has seen a million times. And now I can spot a really good game, Seiken Densetsu 3 or Secret of Mana 2. Never released in the West, so that's pretty cool. Love that box art. And of course another Mario Kart, complete, good condition for $9. Still great though. Tetris 2 and Hello Pac-Man, which is a platform game with Pac-Man. And Super Mario RPG, complete, $9. Very common title in Japan, however. And now for the boxed N64 games. Here we got a game that I think a lot of people recognize. It's the Smash Bros, the first game on the N64. And you can get it complete here for just $17. That's pretty awesome, such a classic game. Kirby, the Crystal Shards, another expensive title, and here you can get it for just $9. And there was some more boxed games on the top here. Seems to be Super Famicom and N64 games mixed. Mostly very regular titles, but for very cheap of course. A lot of Super Mario All-Stars and Final Fight 2 there, and also Mario World. But that's it. Let's go to the next section, which is Dreamcast here. So we got Seaman, one of the weirdest game ever. $7 where you're talking to this guy fish. I'm pretty sure I've been talking about that game before. And here we got a cool Capcom game. And also Shenmue 2, $19. Classic stuff. SEGA Rally. And already some Mega Drive games here. Echo the Dolphin, a classic game, $4. Shining Force 2, quality RPG game for sure. And some PC Engine CD games. And down here we got Game Gear and Wonder Swan. And also a bin with discounts. Didn't look like there was anything interesting in there. And this looks like a racing wheel for PlayStation. Oh well, it's $1. And here we got a cool arcade stick. Looks top notch for sure. And now we're into some Saturn stuff. We got Nights into Dreams with the special controller there. That should be used for it. One of the best games on the Saturn. So much fun playing that. $27 only. Man, that's a good price. And more Saturn games. Saturn is not my specialty, but hopefully it can be in the future. It's definitely an interesting console. But that's it already for the Sega games. Kind of funny how much Nintendo stuff there is versus Sega. And here you can try out some Rockman X2. Very good choice from the store. And on this side we got some accessories. Transfer packs, controllers. And as you can see, the prices are really good on all of this. And these are all cleaned and tested. $5 for a SNES controller and $19 for an N64 controller. That might seem a little expensive, but I'm certain that they make sure that the stick is really good. Another cool arcade stick. Arcade sticks are everywhere in Japan. And this is pretty cool. The Game Boy camera, $9. I actually used to have one as a kid and it was definitely fun to play around with. Probably not so much today. But yeah, that's about it for this section. Let's continue on here. So in the middle of all the games, we can find some Blu-ray movies or anime series. And yeah, Japanese people love their physical media, you know. And some concert DVDs, of course. But let's continue with the games. We should have PS1 here. Oh, actually, this is the junk section. The small little junk section of the treasure shop. So here you can get even better prices from the already good prices. As you can see, it's pretty much the same prices on these controllers as it is in Hard-Off. N64 controller for $9. Super Famicom controller for $3. But here we got a Wavebird for $14. But you also need a receiver to use it. So I don't know, there's no receiver in here as far as I can tell. And what is this? I have never seen this before and it says Nintendo on it. Let's see here, Family Network System. Oh really? Wow, that's pretty cool. I have never seen this before, and it's $5 in the junk section. If any of you guys know anything about this one, write a comment down below. And there's a small little box down here with a Game Gear, $44. But I doubt this works perfectly since Game Gear are known for having bad components in them. And a Super Famicom game that I've never seen before. Probably nothing special either. Let's keep going here then. We got some GameCube games. Not many at all, but a few good ones. Luigi's Mansion, $7. Zoids. Never heard about this one. And what else? Seems to be games from a lot of systems down here. So I guess this is technically a junk section. Anyway, here's a boxed Donkey Kong Jungle Beat for $3 only. I'm sure anyone can have fun with that game for a while at least. So that would be $3 spent well. And finally we have some PlayStation 1 games here. Inuyasha, Used to love the anime back in the days. I heard that there's an RPG game and a fighting game for the PS1. So I'll definitely try that out later. And let's see if we can find some more good titles here. Here we got a really good fighting game. A classic one. Isn't every Street Fighter classic? Street Fighter 03 or Alpha as it's called in Europe and US. $9 for that. And one of the Rockman games for $12. Bomberman $14. Vagrant Story $3. Anything else that I recognize here? I guess not. The other side, some PS2. You can just scroll through fast here. Kingdom Hearts 2 there, $5. I know a lot of people who has that as their favorite game ever actually. So is there any more fans of that series? Please comment down below. I would love to know if I should give it a try or not. And now we're coming to another glass shelf with the Nintendo DS units there and the boxed PS2s. Since we're in the PlayStation section now. And a HD cable, the Pound, $49. And here we got a rare PS2 game apparently. Beatmania Empress, $96 for a music game, that's crazy. And some PSPs of course. And going further, we got the Street Fighter arcade stick, some more PSPs, and a Joy-Con for the Switch there, and some more Nintendo DS units. And an interesting controller apparently. But let's keep going here. We got the area for Nintendo Switch. So we can take a brief look here. Try to see if we can find some nice games. I would like to use my Switch a little more. I recognize this one, Dead by Daylight. But that's all the PC gamers who love that game. But I mean, it could be good for the Switch too, you know. Mario Kart 8, $49. So yeah, I guess the prices of Switch are going to be pretty much the same everywhere in the world. But it's always cool to see what kind of titles are in the Japanese stores. And here's a little extra boost for the Mario and Sonic at the Olympics for Switch. Let's go back here. I'm pretty sure there was more stuff here. We got some PS4 games. Yeah, a lot of Call of Duty of course. Probably a high sell point for the PS4. Let's continue here. We got a lot of Amiibos. $9 each. I heard a lot of people are just collecting them and putting them on a shelf like this rather than using them for the game. And under that we got some PS Vitas, a little over $100 for most of them. And then we got some 3DS and 2DS. And at the bottom there's even a Wii U here, the Pokken Tournament bundle. So I guess that has to be a later release. But we are continuing on here. Here we got some Switch hardware and accessories. And yeah, I'm pretty sure all of this was released in the West as well. And yeah, you can get a Switch Lite for $165. I'm sure that's a little cheaper, at least. Some 3DS games. It was a long time ago since I used my 3DS now, but I know that it's really popular in Japan. And here we got some cool limited edition game. Wow, this box is huge. Some pretty amazing artwork on that. That's cool. And take a look at this one. Wow, that's absolutely beautiful. What an amazing cover. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all the games. But I got some requests to take a look at figures and stuff like that, so that's exactly what's coming up in the next section here. And alright, of course, some Dragon Ball Z on the PS4 showcasing. But let's head to the figures here. Now, I don't know much about Japanese figures, other than that it's really popular, like everything else. And what do we have here? Is that soft air guns? That's pretty crazy. I've only seen the pistols, or the simple guns, you know, and here you can upgrade quite a bit. And here we got some One Piece merchandise. Pretty cool. And yeah, I almost don't know what I'm looking at anymore. Here's some more figures. I don't know what it is, but it's just something about some of these figures, it just screams quality somehow. Like the attention to details are just incredible sometimes. So I guess these are the more expensive ones, since they're behind the glass shelf. I wonder how old these are. If anyone knows, please tell me in the comment section. Like, when were these made? Like Goku, the Dragon Ball figure there, for example. I would love to know the production year of these. And here are some of the more techy figures, I guess. Looks like the Gundam series. Yeah, I can see the Bandai logo there. And here we got a figure officially from SEGA. Look at that. I do not recognize the character, however. $39 for that one. EXQ figures. I usually come across these in Hard Off. But yeah, that's about it for this store. If you're still watching this, consider yourself a true fan of Japanese culture. Definitely. So I hope all of you enjoyed the video. It's a pretty cool store, very unique compared to Hard Off and Book Off and all of the other media stores. So yeah, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so it can reach more people out there on YouTube. And leave a comment, I'll answer all the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, so you get my videos in your feed, which is much easier. Until the next time guys, see you later!